Well, another day on the road, another day picking, another million items to look at today. We're in Long Beach, California, at the Long Beach Antique Mall number 2. There's 2 of them, one across the road. We're in the number 2 mall today. Right over my shoulder you're going to see some of the goodies that are up for sale. I'm going to pick out a couple of specials as we go through today and show you different prices and just where the market's at on some of the collectibles. Just up here on my right, this Phillips 66 5-gallon fuel drum. They're now averaging about 75 to 100 US dollars for an old 5-gallon drum. I just wonder sometimes, how did we ever get to there? Okay guys, this is an interesting little pedal car up here, the Radar Patrol. It's the Trike, circa 1950s, and on sale today at 475 US, which is going to be probably closer to 600 Aussie plus shipping. Okay, beautiful piece here. Late 20s into the 30s, these were the children's toy, but also the bassinet and also the push around. Now this is the full fended model. You see it's a full restoration, beautifully done. New beads, new lining, love the fenders. This one's going to set you back 750 US dollars, which in today's Australian dollars about $1,000 Aussie. Expensive but beautifully done. So we're at Long Beach 2, number 2 mall. Well worth coming and have a look at. I know a lot of the Aussies pop in here to have a look, but I'm talking with Trina, who's one of the managers here. Now Trina, one of the things we're seeing is that the prices on the collectible market seem to be going through the roof.
Yes.
Tell us about that. What's going on there? Is it the TV shows, pickers and all that stuff that's causing this?
That could be it, and I think just the rent's high, and so people got to make their rent, so they got to have the prices high. Yeah. So, yeah.
It's changed a lot over the 20 years. The antique malls were sort of much more of a bargain basement, but today they're very much like a retail store.
Yes, very much so. Well, and also, you know, the thrift stores are also trying to be retail stores, so that doesn't help.
No. Thank you for your time today.
You're very welcome.
We'll continue on and see if we can find any goodies, and when I yell out, just make sure we start at 50% off. That's our starting point, and if you can't deliver, you're of no use to us.
All right.
Thank you, Duff. Cheers. I don't even know what to say. I have no words. Only in California. Dear me, $400, bargain. Feeling a bit hungry, maybe a nibble? How about some Frito Brands corn chips, barbecue flavoured corn chips? Nah, sorry, it's a pillow. Oh, for God's sake, another vintage fire truck. No. Well, sometimes you think you get a bit of a big head on this job. And sometimes your photographer's head's even bigger than yours. Look at this. Johnson 5.5 horsepower. A little green seahorse. Wonderful little piece. That's a great museum or man cave piece just to have on display from the era. Note the fins, very much Cadillac styling. So even in Southern California, in the antique mall, we come across a little bit of Australian memorabilia. Looks like a nice old original Qantas travel bag. I have no idea when it would have been, probably 60s. 45 bucks. So we look at a lot of the big stuff, we look at a lot of the small stuff. One of the areas that we have a lot of in the museum that we don't concentrate a lot on when we're out in the malls so much is all the kitchenalia. Some of this stuff's pretty remarkable. Everything from the vinyl waxes to cleaners to coffee to lighter fluid, syrups, even 48 foil baking cups from the day. Pretty impressive old display when they're laid out on a beautiful old cupboard like that. You too need clout. Crabgrass blaster in your life. Well, it's taken me quite a while to see my photographer, cameraman Ronnie Archer get excited about anything, and he's come running up the aisle and said, Jeno, you've got to see this machine. So I've come down with him, I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking, Ronnie, it's nice, but what's the attraction here? And then, of course, enough said. No words. Ronnie, you're a disappointment, son. Okay guys, well I'm here at Long Beach Antique Mall with my good mate Andrew. We've been coming down here for probably 10, 15 years now buying stuff, and a lot of the pieces you'll see at the Lost in the 50s Museum, this guy has helped me buy, deliver, much to his unhappiness on some days because some of the items are huge and it takes a fair bit, but Andrew's a good mate and he always drags them down to the California shipping for me. Andrew, you've been here a long time and you've actually now gone across the road and expanded into mall number 2. This is the original, chock-a-block full of goodies. Tells us something about the whole, you know, where did it start, how did you get here, I mean the vendors, all that. Just tell us about your antique mall.
Well, about 24 years ago, I retired from my other business and decided to do something I enjoyed doing, which was restoring machines,
Yep.
Coke machines, gas pumps, all that kind of cool guy stuff,
Yep.
man cave stuff.
Yeah, of course.
And
Buying and selling.
Buying and selling, of course.
Yeah.
That's the fun thing of it.
And you're a car guy.
And a car guy, absolutely. Oh yeah, I've had many a car.
Oh, I've seen them all.
Not as many as you, but I've had a few cars. So.
Yeah, cool.
I decided to get this building here on Pacific Coast Highway, which is the main drag of Southern California.
Yep.
And I got 40 vendors here, and they bring in different things constantly all the time.
Yep.
And I deal with my restored, items, the man cave stuff, the jukeboxes,
Yep.
and all the signs and everything. And things have been going pretty well.
Yeah.
And about almost 6 years ago, I started another mall across the street,
Yep.
which you've been to.
Yep,
You
number 2, yeah, it's a good spot.
like that too?
Yeah, it is.
And with just a lot more stuff over there.
Yeah.
We have the outdoor section, so I can have cars there.
Yep, fire trucks.
Fire trucks, of course, which I'm trying to get you into.
Yeah.
And then just many just neat Americana things, which I enjoy myself. So
Yeah.
it's kind of a fun thing as well as I make money.
For sure. For sure. And I mean, this is, you drive down Pacific Coast Highway and it's like a magnet. You look in your windows, you can't see through. It's literally picker's delight.
Absolutely.
Signs, gas pumps, pinball machines, jukeboxes, it's all here. So if you guys are in the area, Long Beach Antique Mall on Pacific Coast Highway at Long Beach, come and say hello to Andrew. He looks after all the Aussies. He's a good mate. He'll do you a good deal. You got to haggle hard with him, but because he does play hardball. Thanks,
we all
mate.
open 7 days a week.
Good on you, buddy. Good talking to you again.
Good to see you.
Thank you. Now here's a beauty. Now this would have been in its day, 50s, 60s, the highlight of some young boys under the Christmas tree. Unfortunately the steering wheel's missing, but try and picture it with a full steering wheel. And it's the driving dash, console, windscreen, the works, where you sat behind and pretended you were Dad taking the car for a drive. It's got the radio, the wiper buttons, everything's there. 125 bucks. Just a shame that the steering wheel's missing, otherwise that would be heading back to Lost in the 50s on display. So, if you're into skateboards, and particular vintage skateboards, Long Beach Antique Mall number 1 is the place to come. The original Duke Kahanamoku Hawaiian board. Here's the Roller Derby Deluxe down here, the Sidewalk Surfer. There's multiple versions of them. They're not cheap. This is the Roller Derby Mustang, which is a high collectible as well. 155 bucks for the Mustang. The Goofy Foots, Sidewalk Surfers. Pretty great display.